Hello, students. Good morning. Hope you are enjoying your studies at home and you are doing your assigned work. And yesterday, I was talking to you about simple future tense. I told you why we use this future tense and what are the words that denote future tenses like tomorrow, next month, next year, next week, and all that. And the helping verbs that we use in this tense that are will and shall. And I also told you that we use shall only with I and we, and will with all other subjects including I and we. We can use will with I and we also. So up to here it was discussed in the last period, and I also told you how to make the sentences negative and interrogatives. And uh, today, if we want to describe an action that is supposed to be happen in a coming time, and that is supposed to be continued, that is supposed to be that is not over, that is supposed to be in progress. So there we use future continuous tense. So here now we can say that we use future continuous tense to talk about actions which will be in progress, they are not over, they are in continuation, they are not over, they are in progress at a given time in future. For example, you can see we will be visiting the Taj next month, means we will be visiting the Taj next month. It's not over that we will visit and then will come back or whatever. We will be visiting the Taj. Okay, and then the same way he will be playing in the team next week. He will be playing. So for such kind of work that are in progress at a time in future, we use future continuous tense. We have already read about the continuous tenses of present and past. There was a work in progress. If a work was in a progress at a point of time in past, then it was a past continuous. At the work was in progress at the time of speaking, that was a present continuous. If the work is in progress at a time in future, if a work is at progress at a time in the future, then it will be then there we will use future continuous tense. And what is the structure, what is the rule that we use with this? We use will or oblique shall plus be plus b1 plus ing. You know pretty well, ing we add only in the verb first form. We can add ing only in the verb first form. We can't use ing in the verb second form or third form. So this is to keep in mind that we use ing only in verb first form, and we use will or shall. You know pretty well where we use will, where we use shall. We can use will with any subject, but we can use shall only with I and we. And here you see the examples here. They will be enjoying snowfall. They will be enjoying snowfall in January or in December. So here you can see we are using this structure will be, and will plus be plus for first form enjoy and ing enjoying. So here from here it is clear to you, like they will be flying in a plane next week. They will be flying in a plane. Will be and fly is a main verb first form and ing. So will oblique shall plus be plus verb first form plus ing. This is the structure. This is the rule that we use for making future continuous tenses. And we use this to denote a work or an action that is in progress at a time in future. Now here the next thing arrives, that suppose that here I would like to explain it a bit. Suppose that your father has gone out, and you don't know what he would be doing. So you can use this future continuous tense and to tell somebody that my father will be eating at this time. My father will be taking dinner at this time, or my mother will be cooking food at this time tomorrow. So in this way you could express yourself. We use this language, we use these tenses to express ourselves, to tell about the actions of others and ourselves. So this is what the way where we can use this future continuous tense. And the structure you must keep in mind: will or shall plus be1 plus ing. And if we want to tell about some actions, we want to frame sentences, then we need negative and interrogative sentences also. So for making negatives and interrogatives, we have already read in the previous chapters that we use not after the helping verb. And what are the helping verbs here? Will and shall. What are the helping verbs here? Will or shall. And after that we will use not and be plus be1 plus ing. So finally the answer will be that they will not be enjoying snowfall. If we want to make a negative, then put a not after will. And if we want to make it interrogative, then will they be enjoying the snowfall in the question mark at the end. And you must be knowing that when we use the helping verb in the beginning of the sentence, then we need to make it capital. This W of will be capital, and a question mark at the end. So for making negatives and interrogatives, you can easily make, and you can express yourself by making the sentences in future continuous tenses. So I hope this is clear to you. And if they say you in the exercises, they ask you to convert the given sentence in the future continuous tense, then use will or shall plus be1 plus ing. No, one thing you need to keep in mind, we use be also. This is not to forget. Will, shall plus be. He will be, not he will enjoying. He will be enjoying. Okay. So this be is to be also to keep in mind that in future continuous tense we use this be. I hope it is clear to you. So you can easily make the sentences by using this. And which kind of sentences you need to make in future continuous tense, I told you. So still if there is a doubt, you can ask in the doubt section, and watch this video again and again. If any doubt persists, then you can ask in the doubt session. Okay, thank you, bye, take care and stay safe, bye.